right. Goodness. And we're on Belly Acres Kitchen.
Yes, ma'am.
Man, I should have brought a coat out. It's a lot colder out here than I was expecting it to be. Rusty ran the heater last night because it got down into the 30s, and we just wanted to make sure and protect all our babies. I think it stayed in the 70s in here all night, but it's sitting at a nice chilly 50 degrees in here right now.
I don't know how to find
without the sun. Without the sun, it is you know, it's pretty cold.
I'm gonna turn this heater back on.
It's 39 degrees real deal. Trying to get in here so that way we can get let's get our live. We are live right now. Turn that down.
It's probably gonna be too loud.
We can move you guys closer. Hello, hello. Let's see. All right, so Jovita is in the house, in the greenhouse. Trish Keene is in the house. Kim Campbell. Hi guys, welcome. Do you guys? Is it too loud? We can scoot this way.
We can go to the other end. Shoot the camera back this way.
Let's come this way. We're gonna turn you guys around. Turn around. Maybe if I can.
I got you.
Okay. We'll go this way.
There.
Okay, guys, we are not cooking today because, if you can tell, like I've got full makeup on today. We have a baby shower to do. Is it too loud? If that's too loud, we can turn it off and turn this little one on.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Trish. Good morning, Kim.
So
Trish Keene is looking lovely this morning,
well,
Rachel.
Thank you so much. It is baby shower day, guys.
Yes.
So, we went ahead and got up and got ready. We've been getting things ready for this baby shower. This is for Maverick. Now, Maverick will be here in 3 weeks. We can't even believe it. Already 3 weeks. So, we have the baby shower today, and then next week we have Lakin's birthday party, her first birthday. Then the next week we have Kingston's first birthday party. You know, the babies are 2 days apart, but you know, it's the first birthday, so the moms and dads wanted to make sure that they got their own birthday. You know,
yeah, they had their own separate birthdays.
Yeah, you know, growing up, sharing a birthday with your sibling is one thing, but then when you have to share your birthdays with your cousins, that's no fun at all.
Right.
So then the next week, Maverick will be here, so it's just so crazy, you guys.
Christy Betts is in the house. Says good morning. Troy Sutton is in the house.
Welcome, you
Good
guys.
morning, y'all. Love everyone.
Yes,
welcome
so
to
excited.
the greenhouse, you guys.
So we're in the greenhouse today, and I was going to talk a little bit about getting overzealous and planting too early. That's me. That's me every year. I always plant too early. I always lose some. But I guess planting early, you kind of get that 50-50 chance. And, you know, also not being scared to stop at a different greenhouse, right? So
Mr. and Mrs. Walter Job Jr. is in the house. It's good morning, y'all.
Playlist. Oh, thank you, Jovita. You're so nice. You're so awesome. Okay, so I could not find ancho chilies to save my life. I couldn't find seeds anywhere. And then my friend Michelle gave me some serrano chilies seeds, so I was excited about that. But there's this greenhouse that we pass by all the time, and well, not all the time. When we go to Bartlesville, we do pass by it. Oh, it's Tulsa.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Rusty said, let's go ahead and stop at this greenhouse, and then I'm like, no, because then you're going to be complaining, where are we going to put all this stuff? He said, no, let's go see what they got. Oh, I love to stop at other greenhouses to see what they have, and this place is all in-house. They're planting. You can actually see them planting the stuff and transplanting stuff. So it's not really stuff that they bring in. But another chili that I like to grow, and I forgot to talk about this last time that we talked about chili plants, is Tabascos, because we make our own Tabasco sauce, and it's incredibly hot. I can't eat it.
I like it.
Yeah, I think David at Come On said his lips went numb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty spicy. So I did get some of those. You guys, I found some paprika. I'm so excited. We have our own cayenne, which I did pick up some cayenne too because I hadn't done that. But there's more Tabasco.
D. Stanley is in the house.
Hi,
Says
D.
good morning, Rachel and Rusty.
Good morning.
Carol MSH says in the house. Says hi, everybody.
We tried growing these 2 years ago. They're called mortgage lifters, and they're tomatoes. And there's a really cool story behind mortgage lifter.
Yeah.
So you have to look that up. It's during the Depression, these tomatoes were like the farmer or whatever had kept cross-pollinating and trying to get the best slicer tomato, and some of these tomatoes can grow up to 4 pounds. So I mean, just really cool. And it was during the Depression, and I don't remember what the mortgage lifter part is for, but it was really cool.
It's how he raised the money to pay his house payment.
Something like during the Depression he was able to pay his house payment or pay his house off or something, not lose his house.
Christy Beth says, very pretty top, Rachel. Love the color.
Thank you so much.
Armida Perez is in the house. Says can't tag, but watching quietly.
Yay.
Sheila Tubbs is in the
Hi,
house.
Sheila.
Lori Larkin is in the house.
So I did find some ancho chilies, which I've always called them poblanos in the plant form, and then once you dry them, they're anchos. But I don't know if there's a difference. These are anchos, so.
Sheila says, I like the top.
Thank you.
Rhonda Dodson is in the house. Says, hey, Rachel, Rusty, and Desi.
Hi, guys. We did get some snapdragons because I love snapdragons. Snapdragons will say annual. They're perennial. If you just break the little pods after they dry
If
up.
you live far enough south.
Yeah, if you live far enough south, they just reseed themselves. So.
Christy says, I've read the story. Pretty neat.
Yes, it's really cool.
Evelyn Newman is in the house.
Let's see, what else did I get? Paprika. And then we bought some full view jalapenos, so some nadapinos or whatever. We want to pickle these and also do our cowboy candy with these. But
some cowboy candy. Well, I want some hot cowboy candy.
yes. And then, guys, these are like my favorite. Well, behind lilies. Lilies are my favorite flower, but behind those, columbines are my favorite. And I almost got one that wasn't blooming yet because, just so that way it wouldn't go through shock and lose its blooms, and you have to wait forever for it to bloom again for transplant shock. But these were purple. And I was like, they're purple. I know they're purple. So I love purple.
Treasure Hunter Neal is in the house.
So these are going to go in my herb garden. We've got the herb garden worked up. We just have to get some compost to put in there. And then I'm going to start with my green onions from Sheila Tubbs that she sent to me. Look how cool they are, like, look at that. They are sprouting in the bag, so I'm so super excited for that. And I'm going to get some garlic out there. I know it's not the time to plant garlic, but it'll be okay. And then I'm going to get a lot of herbs and stuff out there. I think it'll be neat.
Christy Beth says, I've never grown mortgage lifters, but if they get that big, I bet they need some heavy-duty staking.
Yes, so I'll probably trellis them just with like a cattle panel or partial cattle panel or something. Just so that way I can continue to I think they're indeterminate though, so I may have to trellis and then put a pole up. I'm not real sure. We did raise them before and we never got any that big, but we did get some pretty good size ones. We ended up with we planted them late, and then we ended with an early frost that year, so we had to pull them while they were still green and then ripen them in the house. But I mean, they were a good.
We still got some that
Yeah.
were a decent sized slicer. So.
So if we would have been able to let them go all the way, I think they would have been pretty good size.
I would really like to try to grow one in here.
Yeah, and we can do that. I've got some stuff planted in here that I'm going to grow in here because we've got big things coming, you guys.
Yes.
Do we even talk about it?
Not yet. Until we know.
So we're practicing. We're practicing in here.
Christy Betts says, I've never grown mortgage lifter. Okay, but that needs taking. Sheila Tubbs says, purple is my favorite color also.
Yay! I love purple.
Mr. and Mr. Walter Job Jr. Rusty, is your back still okay? My back is doing a lot better. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, the crazy thing is he rode on the mower and it just loosened it all up.
Yeah,
it was like night and day.
That did the trick. Neil says, Debbie and Mark ran over this morning. That's all right, Neil. We'll share time with anybody, especially Mark and Debbie.
Yes, absolutely.
Everybody's saying good morning. James Hall is in the house. Says, hey y'all. Tara Doster's in the house. She says, hey y'all. K62 is in the house. Hobie says, talk about a blessing. That riding lawnmower looks amazing. That mower is a super huge blessing.
Yes.
You guys, I was using that more as a brush hog than a lawnmower, just trying to get some of the jungle mocked down, and I'll be doing more of that again this coming week.
Yeah, Rusty loves to mow, so he'll just be out there for hours. But we can get stuff cleaned up, and that's the main thing. We've got so many things going.
Yes, Miss Joke says, laugh out loud, mower massage.
Yes, a mower massage. That's the way it worked out.
Em and Annie is in the house. Good morning at Robertson Valley Acres. Sorry I'm late. Did I miss anything? You missed it all. We're going home. Bye.
Yeah,
Oh, no, we're playing.
We are just kind of doing an impromptu because we have to leave about 11 to go start setting up for the baby shower. So it was like, let's just go live from the greenhouse and kind of talk about what's going on out here. And then that way we can, we're not trying to cook and clean up afterwards and do all of that stuff. We can just, duck out whenever. I got to go get dressed. I said, well, I don't want to get dressed in my slacks and things and go out to the greenhouse because I'll probably get dirty because,
Yeah.
So.
Christy says, well, I need a riding mower. This crazy weather's got my back out of whack. I understand.
Yeah, just go see if somebody has me. Can I ride your mower just for a little bit?
Trish Keene says, my son is heading to Texas Monday to find us a place to live.
Yay!
I'm excited.
That is so exciting, Trish. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yes, long time, long wait. But you know what? It's on the horizon.
Good things come to those who wait.
That's right.
James says, meat lovers omelet for breakfast this morning.
Ooh, yum. That sounds good.
Yeah. Hobie says, I hate to mow. I'd rather wash 10 loads of clothes. Laugh out loud. Oh, not me. I love sitting on that lawnmower. I think it's my ADHD and seeing that having that instant gratification because you can mow for 5 minutes and look back and see that you've made a major difference.
Rusty and I owned a commercial lawn care business for 6 years, 6 seasons, 5 years. We both love that instant gratification, like when you pull up on a property and it's just crazy and you get it all done and you're driving away and it's just sleek and sharp and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
We really, I think that was our driving force why we kept doing it for so long. But you know what? I don't miss mowing.
I don't miss it that way. I still love to mow. Don't really care to weed eat.
Yeah.
Never have.
I didn't mind weed eating. I could weed eat. I could mow. I could do anything out there, but I don't know. I just don't miss it. I guess I got burned out. But you guys, I went from a 12-year banking career to mowing commercially.
Yes.
And so it was like culture shock, right? Not that I didn't grow up, my parents were migrant workers and stuff. Not that I was like, oh, I can't do this, I'm dainty. It was just like, holy Hannah.
Yes.
And I loved it for, a while.
Yeah.
And
then they got to where it wasn't so fun. It got hot.
Once it becomes work.
Yeah. Christy Betts says, I love to mow, laugh out loud. Hate housework. I'd rather dig in the dirt.
I'd rather dig in the dirt. I will be outside in my garden or greenhouse all day every day. Yes.
D. Stanley says, is the wind blowing today? Yes, it is.
Yes, and we have the little heater going because
I'm fixing to shut it off because we're up to 70
we're up to
degrees
70.
already.
Yeah.
Neil says, I'd rather dig in the dirt looking for treasure. Right?
Yes, treasure hunter.
Jovita says, I hate mowing because I'm always out of breath and it's just awful. Yes, I understand, Jovita.
Yeah.
Mrs. Job says, mowing on a zero turn is fun, Jovita. Used to mow over 6 acres in 30 minutes on fast mow. Was on a 52-inch over a 26-inch Craftsman lawn tractor, 2 hours mow. Yes.
So we used to run Dixie choppers, and Dixie choppers are fast mowers, which we had 5 commercial properties and 12 residential at one time, running 2 crews. So we had 4 Dixie choppers at one time.
Yeah, we had 4 Dixie choppers, 2 trucks, 2 trailers, all the side tools to go with it, and it
2 full rigs. It was crazy. And Rusty and I had matching trucks.
Now, the only difference between our truck was Rachel's had running boards on it, and mine was a manual and hers was automatic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why would it need running boards?
I don't know.
I mean, I could just slide right in, right?
Right.
Yeah, that was the only difference.
Cindy Brown says, my favorite household chore is cleaning the bathroom, so we all have our thing. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jovita says, I'm in retail and I'm not really an outside kind of person, and that's understandable. Everybody has to have their thing, like Cindy said. I mean,
yes. Listen, my parents will tell you when my dad was still alive and my mom, when we first bought the farm, when we first bought our first farm, and we started doing all of this, my mom said, you are the last person out of all 5 of their kids, I was the last one out of all 5 of their kids that they expected to want to farm and stuff, because I was very prissy growing up. Like I was prissy, and then like I said, I had a banking career, so nails done, hair done, very, very prissy, always wore heels to work, just very prissy. I wasn't an outside person, and I wasn't an outside person.
You weren't an outside person?
But I don't know, something clicked.
Yeah.
Something clicked, and I was like, you know what? Let's go dig in the dirt.
Let's do it. Christy says, yeah, Jovita, I do understand that. When pollen count is high, it's hard to use a push mower. Yes. Evelyn says, girl, save your money and get one with an auto drive worth every penny.
Oh.
Well, I just want one that has remote control, so I can sit in a rocking chair and remote control with my phone, drink some Kool-Aid.
He was so excited that this one had
it's got a beer hole, a cup holder.
A cup holder. Because, our Dixie choppers, of course, didn't, but they were, what size were they?
Ours were 60-inch.
60-inch?
Yeah.
Which,
The Dixie chopper, if you're not familiar with them, they're the big chrome mowers, you guys. They are, at that time, were the best of the best.
Yeah.
Their slogan is, it's not how well you mow fast, but how fast you mow well. Literally, on those apartment complexes, the grass could be halfway up to your knees, and you're mowing it at about average speed of 13 miles an hour. I mean, that's faster than they're driving in the parking lot, and you're blowing past people mowing, and it looks sharp.
Yeah. The only thing about them, they were kind of like the Cadillac of mowers, meaning when you had to buy parts or do something, it was ridiculous to fix them. Yes. If we had it to do over again, we would have leased our equipment rather than buy our equipment, because I think a lot of our stress was, there was a lot of stress factors. One being keeping help, right? Like, it's seasonal work, so you lose your entire crews, your 2 crews, you lose them over the winter. If we would have been able to pick up trees or something else that we could have sustained an entire 2 crews, that would have been different, but there just wasn't that available to us. And so we'd lose our entire crews, and then we'd have to start all the way over in the spring. That was super stressful. And then working on equipment, by the time we by the time we sold the business, it was like, oh my gosh, like we're borrowing parts from this to fix this, and borrowing parts from over here.
Yeah, even the dealerships, we got to the point where the dealerships around here couldn't even get parts for us.
Yeah,
we had one mower that it come down to a battle with the dealership because he had to work on the mower. Well, I can't get the part. That's not my problem. You have to provide me a mower because that was our agreement, and he had that mower for almost
I can turn it
for
on.
almost 3 months, almost an entire summer. We were down one mower, and you have to turn the bottle off outside, baby, and then unplug it. But yeah, and then just unplug it right there. It's kind of a pain. There we go.
You had to stop talking, so you should have just done it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. But it had gotten to the point where it was a bar and it was under warranty. And that's what I kept telling him. It's a warranty job. They have to pay to fix it. He said they'll pay to fix it when they get ready. And that was our last straw with Dixie Chopper. I mean, it got to that point where, dude, you are stopping me from making money. I can't afford to buy another mower. Well, you're just going to have to do something. We had to go rent a mower a couple times just to get through, and we were working on mowers.
I push mowed a really, really, really big property once.
Yes, she did.
It's like leg day.
You guys, I'm not kidding. 2 full city blocks had 13 buildings on it, and we showed up with two riding mowers and a push mower. Both riders went down. We had a push mower. Rachel started push mowing. I'm working on mowers. I called Amos, our oldest son. He takes off for parts. He has to drive an hour east of where we lived at to bring parts, an hour and a half west of where we lived at. I mean, it was dumb. And by the time we got done with that, I'm like, I'm done with this. Let's
do something else.
Heather Hopper's in the house.
We're kind of nomads. We bounce around. We do a lot of
Trish King
things.
says, I don't have to mow. That's what the grandkids are for.
That's right.
Emma Nanny says, I absolutely love your blouse, Rachel.
Thank you.
Beautiful blouse for a beautiful lady.
Aw, thank you so much.
Christy says, I had one Craftsman mower for about 15 years, and when I lived in Florida, I cut grass every 5 days. Yes. Lazy Days Ahead with Jess and Lisa's in the house. Hello, everybody.
You guys, look at this lettuce. Do you see that lettuce next to Rusty?
Lady Beginning is in the house.
It's so big. And then our chives, we just, harvested those not too long ago, about a week or 2 ago, and it's already going to seed, so I wasn't quick enough on it. Just kind of give you guys a...
Good morning, Robertson. Glad I made the live.
Yes.
I seem not to make it to anyone's live most days. I've lost all concept of time. Blessings, peace, and prayers always.
Yeah.
Christy says, girly girl.
Girly girl.
Cindy Brown says, I'm a paper pal ginger, so outside is a danger zone.
Yes, so
Paper pail.
my sister-in-law is a ginger, and she was out helping my brother get some stuff done, and she ended up with sun poisoning. Like, her whole body swelled up, her face was swollen, red, like, and she takes really good care of herself out in the sun. She wears the big hats, she wears the protection, just because she knows how easy it is for her to burn. And oh my gosh, she got so sick, they had to take her to the hospital. She had to have like fluids and everything else, because and they said it was sun poisoning, and I had never heard of sun poisoning, but oh my gosh, that's just so crazy. Yeah, so you have to be careful. You've got you've got the fair skin and the red hair. Just be super careful. Well, and also, I mean, like, now that we don't work doing the every single day stuff, I have like the really dark, what are they called, like patches on my face where I just didn't really take care of myself. I would put sunscreen on, but you're sweating. And so I wouldn't like reapply and things like that. And so yeah, just take care of yourself out in the sun, because my dad passed away from cancer, and it was actually skin cancer. So
That
like
was
it was internal skin cancer, and I don't know how that works, but I mean they found it in his lungs. I don't know if it just had metastasized, but you know my dad worked his whole life outside, his whole life, and he always wore long sleeve shirts. Dead of summer, I am telling you, just
with
like
an undershirt.
with an undershirt, and he always said that it kept him cooler. And you know, my parents, they were migrant workers. They picked crops, and they worked crops, and so you know, everything from oranges in Florida to apples in Michigan to tobacco in North Carolina. I mean, they picked everything. And so yeah, tomatoes in Alabama. You know, everything. They just followed crops. They were migrant workers, and so. Yeah, take care of yourself out there in the sun.
Jovita
For
says,
sure.
like my buddy living in a tent, I just can't imagine laugh out loud, and with huge dogs. Nah. Christy says, ha, I'm in a camper right now and have 5 large dogs. Evelyn says, my mama wanted me to be a prissy girl, but I was born a cowgirl.
You know, sometimes our granddaughter Addie, she is not a prissy girl. She is like all in. And she never has left bows in her hair or anything. Now her
Since
little
she was born.
Yeah.
Allie put one of them bows, rubber band things on her head. She'd knock it off.
And then now we have Lakin, and she leaves her little bows in her hair. She's just so cute.
Yes.
So it's, you know, little sisters, you know.
Trish Kane says, I understand, Cindy. I can be outside 5 minutes and get sunburned. Beach says, Christy, that's awesome. Everyone has their own way, and it's amazing. Cindy says, Evelyn, I used to always say Mama wanted a princess, but Daddy wanted a boy. Laugh out loud. I tried to fit both roles.
Yes.
Christy says, I've never been a girly girl to my mom's disappointment. She would say, you aren't going out of the house without lipstick, are you?
So my sister Sandy, she was always more the tomboy growing up. I was very girly girl, and my sister was very tomboy, and you know, she was always like, my oldest brother could always get her goat by saying, you go inside, you can't do that, you're a girl. And she's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna show you. And he tried that with me. He's 12 years older than me, so he tried that with me once, and he said, oh, you gotta go inside. You know, I'm like, okay, let me know when it's done.
See ya.
He was like, wait a minute, you're not even gonna try it? No.
Nope.
Then I got the lecture. What are you gonna do when you're on your own? I'm like, I'm gonna call you or Dad. What if we don't live close to you? I'm going to call my husband. What if you don't have a husband? Oh, I'll have a husband. That was me.
Yep.
When I was little.
Yep.
Had an answer for everything.
Jovita says, I have a push mower for my little 2 lots. Laugh out loud. My cousin David weed eats for me. I cook for him twice a week. That's an awesome trade there. Cindy says, Christy, my mom would dress me all super cute and pretty and then complain because I would be a dirty mess within 30 minutes. That's going to be Addie.
Yeah.
And Lakin.
Yeah.
I mean, Lakin's all into. Lakin has to be out.
She likes to be outside and play in.
Christy says, I'm working by hand clearing 8.4 acres. I've got maybe 3 acres I'm push mowing right now. Wow.
Wow. That's some legwork.
Mm-hmm.
Holy Hannah.
Evelyn says, I'm adopted. My mama wanted a princess. My daddy wanted a healthy baby. My poor mama tried, bless her heart, but the cowgirl in me was just too strong. Laugh out loud.
That's okay. You got to be you, right?
We got, where are we? It's already 10:02.
Dang.
We gotta get caught up here real quick.
Okay.
Um,
I don't
Evelyn
want that big
says,
here. But I am going to hold it.
Christy says, my daughter went through a period where she would only wear dresses, but then I'd find her rolling in the mud. Jovita says, Evelyn, I'm an only child, and my mama tried to get me outside because she was an avid gardener. However, I just stayed inside watching cartoons. Lazy Days put up, check out the cowgirl, Evelyn Newman's at link. Thank you, Jesse. Christy Betts says, there's a lot of ticks on this property, and they love my red-headed son-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
We've got lots of ticks here, too.
I need to get some guineas.
Yes.
Or just let the chickens free range, too.
Yep.
We're having an issue with our chickens free ranging.
Yeah.
So little Layla is now chasing my chickens
And the cat.
and the cat, and she got a hold of one of our chickens, and
I don't know how she didn't kill it.
I don't either. So we have a chicken in the hospital right now. It's in there with the baby chicks are in the brooder, and then she's in a little cage above them, just trying to recoup. So we're working with Layla. We're trying to get her broke of that because,
Yes.
probably the nail.
Dink and Tank is in the house.
Hi, guys.
Good morning, Rachel and Rusty. Christy says, that's a lot of ticks on this property and love. Okay, that's on my red head, yes. Trish says, I like gardening, but have to do it in short spurts. Evelyn says, Jovita, the funny thing is my mama was born and raised on the farm. She just had big dreams. She gardened until she couldn't anymore. That's understandable.
Yes.
Elaine Buchka's in the house. Said, my dad did too, Rachel, but rolled his sleeves up part way. Hello, a little late, but we'll watch beginning later.
Yes.
And Linder never rolled his sleeves up in the heat. He made sure they were down, and he'd wear a lot of times he'd wear a rag up. I don't know what they call it. Bandana around his neck. It's like, man, I don't know how you do that.
Yeah. Well, but whenever you're out picking, so like if you're picking tomatoes in a field of tomatoes, they have that, I don't know what it's called in English. In Spanish, it's called tamo, which is like little fibers that kind of get stuck in your skin, and it itches really bad. I mean, it comes out really easy. It's not like cactus or anything, but it itches really bad. And so that was kind of the protectant there, was wearing the long sleeve shirts. And then also, the sun, trying to keep the sun off of you as much as possible. And he swore that it kept you cooler. I think it's because it makes you sweat, which making you sweat
making you sweat and getting your shirt wet with sweat. If there's a breeze, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But these days when there's no breeze, that old man be out there working and sweat just running.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know how, and jeans,
yeah,
tall socks, boots, long,
always wear boots.
T-shirt with sleeves and a long sleeve shirt. It's like, man, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I don't think he never wore shorts or anything like that.
Very rarely would you see him in a T-shirt.
Yeah. I mean, usually if you saw him in a T-shirt, it's because he had come in the house and taken his button-up shirt off.
It was his undershirt.
Yeah, his undershirt. So,
Trish said, no one would ever accuse me of being a prissy girl. My dad made sure I knew how to do all kinds of things.
That's good. That's awesome.
Tamara says, happy Saturday. Temps dropped here today. They say a high of 59. Hurry up and come on. Hurry up and come.
That's the way it is here. I think the high is like 61 today. So, outside right now it's in the 50s. I'm just so ready for it to just stay warm.
Neil says, my brother is 12 years older than me.
Okay, yeah. So my oldest brother is 12 years older than me. Uncle Felix, you guys have seen him. He's my oldest brother.
Yep. Mrs. Job says, I remember dresses and monkey bars, right?
My mom talks about, Grandpa did not like the girls to wear dresses. Didn't like them to wear shorts or pants. They would be wearing dresses. And she talks about Grandpa would leave and they would go change into shorts, and then they would go outside and they would play, and then they knew when Grandpa was coming home, like about the time, and they would run home and put dresses on top of their shorts because Grandpa would be mad if he got home and they were wearing dresses. But like she said, we were climbing trees and running around. She's like, we didn't want to be in dresses doing all of that. We couldn't, they couldn't do what they wanted to do if they were in a dress. But yeah.
Lady Beginnings, I haven't heard Get Your Goat since my granny passed away.
Oh.
Neil says it's going to be 64 here. That's cold for down south too.
I know. It's just this little cool front that's kind of kicked in, and I just don't know, man.
Jovita says, go check out Rachel's playlist. Thank you, Jovita.
Thank you, Jovita.
Christy says, yep, we had to wear dresses to school when I was little and wore shorts under them to play on the monkey bars.
Yeah, yeah.
Trish says, when I was in school, we weren't allowed to wear pants. I still prefer skirts because they are more comfortable for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's whatever works, you know.
Elaine says,
Whatever
when
you're
you
used to.
sweat, then it cools you off.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's the whole purpose of sweating, is to cool your body. And so, I mean, that, I guess, you know, that makes sense. He always said it kept him cooler, so.
Jovita says, smash that thumbs up, y'all. Thank you, Jovita. It's going to be a sunny, mild 81 degrees here in South Texas. Oh, poor you. That's just so terrible, Jovita. Cindy says, Rachel, my mom passed away from skin cancer that had metastasized to her brain.
Oh, see, I had never heard that, but it was in my dad's lungs. Like, they had found a tumor, and then they, and it was very fast. Like, he kept saying he was having trouble breathing and things, and then...
we say it was very fast. I think it was 2 years in the making because...
But what I'm saying, when they found it, by the time they found it, yeah.
The doctors wouldn't check for it, and once they decided, oh, this is what it is,
yeah,
it was done.
Too late. Like, he was gone in 2 months.
Yes.
I mean, they found it, and then he was gone in 2 months. So.
Cindy Brown says, we love Uncle Felix.
No hablo inglés.
No hablo inglés. But you see me, huh? This is the way you got to do it.
I love Uncle Felix.
Julie
He's my brother, not my uncle.
He's my brother-in-law, not my uncle, but hey, he's Uncle Felix to me.
Because they call each other Uncle Felix and Uncle Rusty. Uncle Felix, Uncle Rusty. So.
Looking fancy today. Oh, Julie Heistan is looking fancy tonight, and I'm late. Never too late, Julie. Welcome in.
So we have a baby shower today, hosting a baby shower for our grandson that will be here in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
So we're so excited. It's going to be fun. It's Cookie Monster themed baby shower. It's going to be so fun. We've got games and diaper raffle, and I'm just excited. I love event planning. I've always loved event planning. And so my daughter said, I think we need to, put the event on Facebook 6 weeks ago. So I was like, okay. So I'm like, well, how am I going to keep people engaged for 6 weeks? So I put up virtual games for people to play. So there's a prize for that too. Virtual games every week on that event page. And I don't know. It's just been a lot of fun. It's been fun.
Dee Stanley says, my only sister was 15 years older than me.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Julie, Hobie says, hi, Julie. Rachel and Rusty are attending a baby shower today. Yes.
Yes.
Never late. Never late, Julie. Never late.
Never late.
Christy says, my oldest sister is almost 18 years older than my little sister.
Wow. So that's my sister. She has 2 kids, and her kids are 18 years apart.
Yeah.
So her daughter is in her 30s, and her son is early teens. Yeah, early mid-teens. So yeah. Mama, she had basically 3 families, if you think about it, because she had Felix and Joe like back to back. I think they were 1.5 years apart, and then like 5 years later, I think she had Sandy, and then like 6 years after that, she had Jimmy and me, and so we were 1.5 years apart. So she kind of had, Sandy was kind of that middle, like really that middle kid, because she didn't have anybody, really close in age to her. So my sister is 7 years older than me, so she was always mine and my brother Jimmy's babysitter. Yeah. And then Felix and Joe, they were babysitters too sometimes, if they were
Cindy
needed.
said, Elaine and Jovita, thank you. They were telling her sorry for her loss. Thank you. It was over 20 plus years ago.
So sorry.
Jovita says, my mother passed away 20 years ago and I miss her every day.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Julie says, Jovita, hi. I'm trying to feel better. Ugh, yes. Doris Legg is in the house. It is 28 here right now in Nebraska. Snow coming this weekend.
No.
I'm sorry, Doris. But you can keep that evil white stuff up there.
No.
And where are you from in Nebraska? Our oldest son, Amos, was born in Norfolk.
Yeah.
Christy says, all the time I think of things I'd like to ask my parents or my grandparents. Spend as much time as you can with family.
Amen to
Absolutely.
that. Amen to that.
Hobitas is sending prayers and positive vibes from South Texas. Hope you're feeling better soon, Julie.
Yes, Julie. Man, praying for you to feel better.
Yes, Hobitas says, amen. Christy, Treasure Hunter Neil says, my sister is 1.5 years older than me. That's cool because your brother's 1.5 years older than you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cindy says, I hope you got the Dollar Tree. You got to the Dollar Tree and got those Cookie Monster Easter baskets.
I didn't get the Cookie Monster Easter baskets, but I did get to the Dollar Tree, and I did get a lot of really cool stuff there. I don't know. It's going to be cool. I'm excited.
Neil says, my mother died 24 years ago. She was born in 1919.
Wow.
Hobitas says, good Lord, Doris, over the snow. Trish says, Hobitas, send me some of that warm weather my way. Christy says, my dad was born in 1918.
Wow, that's awesome.
Hobitas says, Trish, I'm sending buckets and buckets of sunshine from South Texas to you.
Ooh.
Elaine says, Cindy Brown, I miss my mom and dad. My dad passed away from cancer in 86 and my mom 5 years ago from cancer.
Oh.
She had to feed for 2 years. A few short days short of that, she passed in 7 days. Wow.
Oh. So sorry.
Yes, Evelyn says, Christy, my dad was born in 22 and mom in 24.
Wow. You know the stories there.
Oh, yes.
Like, you know, when you're growing up and you're just like, oh my God, you're going to tell this story again. But then when they're gone and you're sitting here thinking about these stories from grandma and grandpa, or stories from dad and mom and things like that, I mean, there's just so much there. It was a whole different life.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy thing is our kids, our grandbabies are going to be like, wow, you guys lived in a whole different life than we did,
Right.
you know, and it's just, I don't know, just really cool. Just crazy
Yep.
when you stop and think about it.
Evelyn says, Christy, my dad was born in 22 and mom in 24. Let's see. Christy says, I've got to go brave the cold wind and take care of animals. Have a great time at the baby shower. Thank you for coming in, Christy.
Yes,
Be careful and be safe.
Absolutely.
Cindy says, my dad passed away in 19. My mom was 2002. My mother was born in 26 and my father was born in 30. Elaine says, Hobita, your Dollar Tree Family Dollar is going out of business as we speak.
Uh-oh.
Doris says she's close to Kearney, Nebraska.
I don't know where that is.
It's in Nebraska. It's out west.
Amos is my stepson. He's my son, but he's my stepson, so I didn't live in Nebraska when Amos was born, but so I don't know. I mean, I think my family lived in Nebraska at some point when I was little.
They did. They lived in Scotts Bluff.
But, you know,
The only reason I know that, your mom just told me that story right before she left about the truck getting robbed.
Oh, yeah.
They stole the potatoes out of the back of the truck or something when they lived outside of Scotts Bluff.
Y'all need to sit and listen to some of Mama's stories.
Oh, I'm telling you guys.
She's got some, my mom and dad, when they would tell their stories, but, you know, my mama, she's seen some stuff. She's been through some stuff. So, yeah, we just need to have a story time with Mama.
Yes.
We could start a whole podcast, story time with Mama.
Yes, we could.
You guys wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe the
There's
stuff
some
that
of the
she's
stories
been
that
through.
she's talked about.
And I believe her wholeheartedly because I can see it because I, you know, was raised by her. But you wouldn't believe it. You know, this sweet little, you know, lady, and she's been through, like, listen.
She's been through some stuff.
Listen.
Tamara's greenhouse looks awesome.
Thank you so much. We're so excited about it.
Yes, Neil says they're either closing a Family Dollar or a Dollar Tree that Simply Jan shops at.
Oh,
Dee Stanley
man.
says, my sister died in 02 and my mom died a year after in 03.
I'm so sorry.
At the age of 93. Mom was born in 1908. We lost Dad in 74. He was in his 60s.
Wow.
Tamara says, the barbecue chicken pizza looked delicious. It was amazing, let me tell you.
I'm like, can you smoke a couple more of those chickens? We've gone through both those chickens. I mean, like I said, just the cool thing about having something like that in the fridge just already made, you'd think, man, I'm getting tired of this. Rusty made a chicken pot pie that was to die for. So good and so simple. Like
Yeah, it was super, super simple.
yeah. So he just I had started it, but then what happened?
The grandbaby.
Oh, I had
Kingston
Kingston.
decided you're not cooking.
Yeah, Kingston was like, no, I need Wella time. So Rusty took over and made us a pot pie out of that chicken. And then I also made a chicken salad out of smoked chicken. You guys, if you've never had a smoked chicken salad sandwich, oh my gosh, it's so good. So good. There's so many things that you can do with it. It's crazy.
Evelyn says, I have to run. I hope everyone has a wonderful day.
Goodbye. Goodbye, not night.
Have a good day, Tamara. Be safe. Jovita says, it did, Tamara.
Oh, no.
It did look amazing.
Oh, I thought she was talking about her store closed, and I was like, oh, no.
No. Neil says they're closing Family Dollar. Okay. Let's see. They say 1,000 stores going out of just the Dollar Tree Family Dollars.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, you know, they went from Dollar Tree to $1.25, but it's just insane that things have to be expensive now, or you can't make it. I mean, it's awful. But we're growing a lot of food right here. This is our grocery store.
That's right.
I'm
Cindy
so
Brown
excited.
says, do it. We love Mama.
I know, wouldn't that be cool? Just a podcast of stories with Mama. But the thing is you have to, if she may be watching, but I haven't seen Sandy pop in. But the thing about Mama is you kind of have to have a sneak attack with Mama. So my dad was very, very, I don't know how to, he was just like talkative, and just, he loved to have the stage, and he loved to kind of be that presence, and he never ran out of things to talk about, and he had all these big whopping stories, and they might be, you know, there's some truth in there somewhere, you know, type thing. They were very entertaining stories, but there's some big, you know, stories. But my mom, you kind of have to sneak attack her, because she's not real big on talking about herself or talking about things. But you kind of just go, hey, Mom, so, you know, what happened here? Or did you ever, you know, and then she'll be like, oh, yeah. And then once you get her talking, she'll tell you all kinds of stuff. And it's just really cool. And I have recorded my mom, like voice record her before, you know, talking about her life. Just little clips here and there, just for us to have. And, yeah, you got to sneak attack Mom. So I don't know if we set it up with mics and everything and be like, there's a podcast. I don't know that she would do it. I think she would probably clam up. She'd be like, no.
May or may not be legal what we did.
Yeah. Well, then there's that.
Neil says, barbecue chicken pizza.
Oh, it was
Elaine
so good.
says, I love all the stories. Get Mama to tell them. My dad was the storyteller.
Yeah, my dad was definitely the storyteller.
Jovita says, Mama needs a channel, y'all.
I'm telling you.
Good town, Evelyn. Have a good day. James Hall says, smoked chicken is one of my most favorite things. Tamara says, yum. Elaine says, any leftovers, Rusty or Rachel? Nope.
It was gone. Like,
done.
I took 2 pieces of that pizza to our son Cody and his girlfriend Sierra, because we were dropping Bubby off to them and back to them, and so I took them a piece. I was like, here, try this. But other than that, it was gone.
Yeah, Tamara says, I love chicken salad sandwiches on toast.
Oh yeah, on tofu.
On tofu.
Beef a tofu.
Beef a tofu.
That's
Trish
what
says,
Patty says.
you're making me hungry again, Rachel.
I'm getting hungry.
Jovita says, I love chicken salad.
Yeah.
Neil says, same here. Smoked chicken is one of my favorite things to eat. And watermelon. Elaine says, Neil, me too. Neil says, I plan to make tuna salad.
Oh yeah, tuna salad. So make some cheesy Charlies. You make the tuna salad. You put it on French bread, right? And then you put cheese on top of that. And then you stick it in the oven. Tuna salad already made. Stick it in the oven.
With cheese on it.
With cheese on it.
And just heat it up till the cheese melts.
And it is so good. I had never heard of cheesy Charlies until I married Rusty, and then he's like, oh, I'm making some cheesy Charlie's tonight. And I'm like, I have no idea what that is, but okay. And it is so good, and the kids loved it, and it was so good. I was like, you can heat up already made tuna salad. And he's like, yeah, why not? And I was like, it has mayonnaise in it. He's like, and?
I remember growing up, if you had a sandwich with mayonnaise, oh, it can't get hot. It'll make you sick. How many sandwiches I've eaten that have been on the dash of the pickup or right in the cab of the tractor with me for all day. At the end of the day, it's like,
when you think
there's
about
a nice warm sandwich to eat.
artichoke dip or something like that, you're going to have mayonnaise in it. You're going to cook it.
Right.
So, I mean,
that used to be the whole thing. Is everybody said, you can't get mayonnaise
it's made
warm.
with eggs.
It's got raw egg in it. Who cares? It's good. I like it. Let's see. Me too now. Plan to make tuna salad. Elaine says, you got it, Trish. Hobita says, Rachel, I heard the Dollar Tree was going for $1.75.
Really? I had not heard that.
I hadn't either, but James,
it wouldn't surprise me.
James Hall says, I make a good chicken salad with smoked almonds and raisins.
Wow. That sounds
Hobita
good.
said, that's yum, James.
Yes.
Trish says, I really miss listening to my parents and grandparents' stories. Elaine says, James, good morning, and that sounds great.
Yes.
Tamara says, you've got many amazing stories on your property to utilize.
Yes.
I loved this video of you, Desi and Rusty, beautifying your homestead. It looks looking great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tamara. Tamara says, hello, Mama. Nancy Watson's in the house. Hi from Arizona. Julie says, I just love good food.
As Lakin says, hi.
I don't know if she says that or not. I think she's making it up. Never heard her say that.
Lakin, she'll be on the phone, so if I'm talking to Allie, Addie's like, hi, Wawa, hi, Wawa, hi, Wawa. And I'm like, hi, baby, what are you doing? She'll say whatever. Or she'll say, what are you doing? That's her favorite thing. What are you doing? So then Lakin now, she wants to talk to Wawa on the phone, so she'll say, hi, really loud, hi.
I still don't think she says that. I've never heard it, so there's no proof.
Rusty's like, she's never said that to me. But if she's here and I have her and Rusty walks in, she wants Papa. Like, nope, I want Papa. So what are you complaining about? She loves her Papa. Papa and her grandpa.
Yes.
She's Papa and Grandpa's girl.
Yes. Cindy Brown says, cheesy Charlie's just sound like a fancy tuna melt.
Right! I think that's what it is.
James Hall says, tuna melt.
Yeah. I had never heard of it. I had never heard of a tuna melt either. But, I mean, but I'm just
says,
a little Mexican girl that makes me nail.
It's a mild 81 degrees, sunny skies here in gorgeous South Texas.
Sunny skies.
Sunny skies. James says, I ate creamed tuna on toast as a kid.
Creamed tuna.
I don't know. Nancy says, Elaine Buchka, my phone keeps trying to change your name. I know how that goes,
Let's
too.
just change your name. No. Okay, we've got 4 minutes.
4 minutes. James says, Mama put peas in creamed tuna.
Oh, okay.
Cindy said, James, my mama put. Okay.
So we used to make like the tuna casserole. The kids loved tuna casserole. You know, it's crazy. You know, you put like a cream soup and a tuna casserole and peas and cheese and potato chips, like the greasiest, cheapest potato chip crumbs on the top. So good, isn't it?
I hated those as a kid.
And then that's when our kids grew up, man. We ate the heck out of it.
Yes, we
Noodles. But I started buying these loaded potato soup from Schwann's. And one day I didn't have any cream soup, and I didn't know how to make cream soup back then. I was like, oh no, I have no cream soup. So I was like, oh, I've got this soup, and I put it in a tuna casserole, and it was so incredibly good that I started buying those loaded potato soups from Schwann's just to put it in different casseroles. And I used that forever, which Schwann's is super expensive.
And it's gotten way more
But
expensive.
back then, you know, whatever. I was just like, whatever. But one day I was just making just potato soup. I was like, ooh, let's just make some of this potato soup for lunch or whatever. And Cody come in, he goes, why does it smell like casserole in here?
Yeah. Nancy says, Jovita, cloudy here, storm coming in tonight. I'm in Strawberry, Arizona, which is central Arizona.
Strawberry, Arizona. That's cool.
James says, we rebelled about the peas.
Every kid does.
Yeah, Elaine
Smothered peas, too.
I love that
like
video, too, but I love both channels. Thank you.
We just bought a snack mix that's spicy.
And it has wasabi peas in it. It has peas
Dipped in wasabi.
They're
And
good.
They're pretty good.
Cindy says, James, my mama didn't allow for protest or rebellion.
Choke it down.
Yes. Jovita says, Nancy, Strawberry, Arizona. Huh? That's pretty neat. Same, especially my mom. Armida says, bye. Have a great day. Bye, Armida. Have a blessed day. Jovita says, 3 minutes, Rusty and Rachel, and that was 7 minutes ago.
That's it. We got 1 minute. Are you caught up?
No. Why does your hour go faster than anyone's?
Aww.
Everyone has a great weekend. Thank you, Elaine. James says, Rue made butter and flour and milk, tuna, and yes, peas at times.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good,
Yep.
though.
Yep. It's just the roux
Nancy.
made
Yep.
with a cream soup.
Mm-hmm. Nancy says, Neil, been here most of my life, short time in Nevada and Texas. Cindy says, my mom was eat what I make or go hungry.
Yep, pretty much.
Kobe says, thank you for joining us today, and please continue to support the channel by watching
you,
the videos,
Jovita.
commenting, and giving a thumbs up. Thank you, Jovita, and thank you each and every one of you for being here.
Yes.
Nancy says, luckily, tuna casseroles were not something our family made. Yeah. Schwann's is now called yellow.
Really?
Did not know that.
Rusty drove for Schwann's.
I drove for Schwann's for about 4 years.
All right, you guys. So it is 10:30, and we have to get
Ready to go.
Yes.
Because we have to leave here by 11 to be there by noon, and so
Yes.
we got to get loaded
We
up.
got to get loaded up and get out of here, you guys. So thank you for being here. We love
Thanks,
each and every one of
guys,
you.
for hanging out in the greenhouse. Hopefully next week we'll be back to cooking. We do have a baby
Birthday party to go to next weekend, but we're not hosting, so it's not that big of a deal. We don't have to be there early or anything.
Right.
I
Yeah,
would
you say that,
I
but it's
would
at our
say-
daughter's house.
She's gonna be like, "Hey, Mom,
Mom,
do
can
you
you be
think
here?
you can be here a little bit early to help me out?"
Anyway, I don't know that we're going to be recording much or doing anything
With the baby shower, but I might take.
a little bit of video or pictures of the cake is really cool and cute and some of the stuff, and then just post it on community page or something. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you so
Bye.
much for being